everything is like 100%. You know, when you go on the pitch, your heart is on your sleeve, and you make sure you leave every ounce of what you've got out there on the pitch. And I think that's a real clear message that he drives into the players.
Well, Ben, it's 3 games, 3 wins as starts go. Doesn't sound too bad, does it?
No, it's been a really good start. Obviously, the manager's been drumming on about momentum, and obviously every game is a chance to go and stake a claim for a shirt and impress. And the squad that we've brought together is really strong. I mean, you saw that last night, for example, with the Northampton performance. Obviously, the boys that are on the periphery at the moment, or the boys that have had less minutes, have all gone in and put in really strong, solid performances last night. So it just shows you the competition of places. And obviously 3 wins from 3 for a start of a season is exactly what we'd want to get going.
Yeah, it was quite a comprehensive win last night for sure. What did you make of it watching from the stands? And I guess that gives Dean Holden a selection headache for Sunday's trip to Stoke.
Yeah, well, I've just come from training ground, and I was briefly speaking to the gaffer about it just while training was going on, and I said it was a joy to watch at times last night, especially the second half. I think obviously the first half an hour was a little bit of a scrap, a little bit sloppy, but I think when we started to get the ball down, become a little bit more comfortable, be a little bit more confident on the ball, I thought we just dominated the game, and I think we showed another level of what can be achieved when we are that dominant on the ball. Obviously, that's no disrespect to Northampton, but we want to take that kind of performance and have that kind of performance in the Championship, albeit it might be a little bit more difficult.
How have you guys kind of adapted and settled to Dean's way of working, would you say?
Well, I think obviously last year we had the amount of remaining games we had when the managers changed. Obviously, albeit that the gaffer was only in a temporary charge at that point in time, he still gave us clear messages and clear ways of playing and clear ways of us playing football on the pitch and how he expects our mentality to be. So I don't think there was anything really that needed to be changed, or there was no kind of all of a sudden it's turning on its head. I think it was more of an extension of what we started to do at the end of last season, and obviously now we've got Keith and Paul in as well that are coming and giving slightly different tactical views on defending and attacking and everything in between. But I think that the manager's way of everything is like 100%. You know, when you go on the pitch, your heart is on your sleeve, and you make sure you leave every ounce of what you've got out there on the pitch. And I think that's a real clear message that he drives into the players. And he wants, at the end of the day, he wants people to enjoy playing football as well. And I think you can clearly see through the last 3 games that there's smiles on boys' faces. Boys want to be in the team, they're desperate to play, and that's the culture that he's bringing into the football club.
And you'll be wanting to take those smiles to Stoke on Sunday. A couple of good results up there in recent years. What do you expect from them?
They're always a difficult team to play against. The game that we played up at their place early last season was a real tough game. Yes, we got a result, and it was a really good away day for us. But you saw when they come to Ashton Gate at the end of last season how resilient they can be and how dangerous they can be on the break. So you know, they're obviously very physical. So we've a minimum got to match that. But we want to go there and play as we have been playing. Maybe the first 30 minutes or so against Coventry was not exactly how we wanted to play, but certainly the second half, when we're dominating the ball, when we're all comfortable, when we're like really solid and resilient at the back, that's, you know, the outlook that we want to take up to Stoke and every game there onwards.
Got to ask you, as a goalkeeper, clean sheet's obviously very important. You got a clean sheet on the first game of the season against Exeter. So, have you got a target in mind this season?
I have. I'm not going to disclose that at this point. I will tell you at the end of the season. But Keith has been kind of very clear about a number that he wants, and it was there or thereabouts the number I wanted as well. So obviously we're going to strive to be very, very solid and resilient, like I keep referring to. This season we want to be, leak proof. We don't want to give away sloppy goals. Whether we're in a commanding position in the game, we don't want to lose a clean sheet from something sloppy. We want to make sure that we're fully concentrated for the entirety of every single game, not give away sloppy goals and be difficult to break down. Because I think at times last year we gave goals away where it was a mistake or decision making or lapse of concentration from anybody, and that cost us goals and clean sheets last year. So I think we've got the number. We're striving to achieve that, and it's good that we've got the target as well, because I think that's obviously certainly something we want to aim for.
And on a personal note, you've been with us now just a little bit over a year. Add a little one to the Bentley household. Are you settled? Are you at home in Bristol?
Yeah, I love it here. I think obviously I came from a really good club that was very family orientated in Brentford, and that was a good place to be. So when I left and came here, I knew a couple of lads from playing against them and stuff, but I was always apprehensive about fitting in, and obviously as any new player would be when they go somewhere new or a member of staff or whatever the case may be. But I feel really at home. The fans have been great with me from the start. In terms of seniority, obviously I'm a bit of a senior figure here, which sounds strange me saying that at 27, but obviously I've adopted that role in the dressing room with regards to helping the young lads and making sure that I'm using my seniority to its advantages. And in terms of the place in the city, we're all settled here. We really like it here. Little one is growing up way too fast for my liking, and keeping him on my toes. And my missus will tell you that she's losing sleep on a daily basis, but it's worth every minute. She's adorable.
And just finally, I wanted to ask about the training ground, because I hear you've been having a look at that one as well. You're buzzing for it?
It looks incredible. I was just with the gaffer and Keith and Paddy, and these boys walked past me when I was over at the training ground just now, and I couldn't believe the progress in like a week. Because obviously with those barriers up, so you can't see everything, all the details as they happen, and obviously we don't spend 4 hours a day looking at the training ground, but it's really, really impressive. I mean, the pitch looks like carpet-like already, and it's I think 2 or 3 weeks ago it was rubble. So that's obviously, they're getting well ahead of steam in that regard. And then the building itself is coming really into shape as well, with windows going in, and it just looks a lot tidier rather than a building site now. So obviously as time goes on and we get through the winter, and obviously early next year we'll be in it, and I think it's gonna, whether it adds 1% to how we are as a club and as a team, then that's great. If not, then we've got a world-class facility that we can use on a daily basis. So yeah, we're all excited to get in there and make it our new home.